The Jesus Trilogy, Book 2, Then There Were Two, Chapter 52. Junior headed through the outer gate of the temple, which had been left open. He had no idea what he was looking for or where to look. Dorian had just told him to look around and see if he could find anything. There had been 6 dog tags, all imprinted with 4 numbers, each in the old 6 points group. His old friend Gordon had looked over the tags. Thought maybe Gordon's analytical mind could give him some clue as to what the number might represent, if anything. Gordon thought they might represent some sort of code or something. He wasn't sure, but maybe the numbers might be a combination to a safe or a safe deposit box. But he couldn't be sure. One thing knew for sure is that they would need the 6th set of numbers to recover the 1,000,000 shekels, if in fact there was any money to recover. Talking with some people that Tara had known, there was some difference of opinion as to how Tara died. Some thought it was at the hands of the temple guards, but others thought it possibly could have been at the hands of the Almighty himself. He learned that the body had never been recovered, or at least was never presented to the family. They did get a jar of cremated human remains, but the family wasn't sure if they were actually Tara's. They did not receive any metal dog tag, nor anything with any numbers on it. Junior went up to the main gate and asked permission of the temple guard to enter so that he, Omar Jr., could worship. The guard held out his hand. Junior dutifully placed 20 pence in the coin box and went through the sanctuary gate. He bowed as he entered. He walked into the magnificent foyer. There were paintings by masters on every wall. One was actually painted by King David himself, and another by Mephibosheth, the lame son of Jonathan. Mephibosheth was recognized as the greatest artist in the time of David. His use of color was unmatched in all Hebrew, if not world, history. Paintings had been in caves through the turbulent times of the Hebrew captivities, and the best somehow had been protected. Junior studied art in school and had dabbled in painting himself, but his father, Omar, frowned on it, telling Junior he had no artistic talent, so Junior had turned his attention to other things, primarily women, but occasionally he did pull out the old easel. Junior finally pulled away from staring at the masterpieces and walked through the gold inlaid doors and into the main sanctuary. He had heard the tale of the great diamond heist from his father Omar and the other 6 Points members at least 100 times. He now looked at all the areas the 6 Points heist team had been at. There was no sign of anything. He went up the steep stairway to the balcony. He looked closely at the right-hand wall where Roe was supposed to have hidden before traversing the side wall. He got down on his hands and knees. There in the floor, under one of the pews, he saw a 6 Point star carved in the floor. Roe must have carved it while waiting to get the diamond. Junior now made his way back down the stairway. He was surprised how narrow and steep it was. He tripped on the last stair. It squeaked and he fell, sprawling forward onto the temple floor. He caught his fall with both hands, but his right knee hit the marble floor squarely. He got up and rubbed it vigorously to try and ease the pain. The guard, seeing the incident, came over to find out if Junior was all right. He was dressed in the typical red uniform, and Junior assured him he was okay. The guard, satisfied, returned to his post. Junior now looked up at the glistening white diamond perched high above in its golden cage. It was now guarded full time by a temple guard. It would be impossible to steal now. Besides, it was paste anyway. It was hard for Omar Jr. to believe that something so brilliant and beautiful was a fake. Maybe it was the real thing after all. He had no choice but to believe it was a fake. But if it was, where was the real one kept? Junior didn't know, but it wasn't his job to find out. He hoped the other 6 Points members would find the location of that precious rock. He now worked his way up to the altar. He took a step up toward the main altar, but a guard motioned him to step back. Junior told the guard he was studying ancient history, which was true, and he wanted to get a closer look at the altar. The guard told him to wait. The guard went and got a private escort for Junior. The two went up to the massive U-shaped altar for a closer look. Its covering was ornate, and the inlaid gold and pearl was magnificent. Junior circled the main altar several times under the watchful eye of his escort. Then he looked over at the purple curtain hanging from the high ceiling. It separated the most holy place from the main sanctuary. His knee was beginning to throb, and he could feel it swelling up. He turned to look at one of the four golden eagle statues that guarded the main entrance to the most holy place, and as he did so, his knee gave way. He fell forward, and his left shoulder caught the eagle. His head hit the floor, striking the hard marble. He lay face down on the floor in a dazed state. His head lay against the heavy purple curtain, and his body began to tingle with a strange sensation he had never experienced before. It was as if a bolt of power shot through him from head to toe. Reflexly, he raised his head, pulling away from the curtain. Then he saw it. Etched in the marble and enhanced by white wax were four numbers: 2, 4, 9, 7. Despite a total body numbness and excruciating pain in his left knee, a smile as wide as the Sea of Tiberias came to his face. The escort helped him up, and he began to limp toward the main entrance at the rear of the sanctuary. "You okay?" the guard asked. "Never been better," Junior answered in his usual high-pitched voice. The guard gave him a puzzled look. Then Junior added in an even higher-pitched voice, "I got it!